Hello, this is Ali Musavi,
And this is Saba Gajani Kajo
and we are happy to present our final project on Python.
about the gaming the activity-friendly breakout game.
So let's start. I wanna start with the installing. The instruction for installing the game is we made it basically pretty much easy for the user. It just need to copy paste an address to a file. So we have two folders: a source GUI, a source C code. We need the user to open up the source C code. At the Explorer bar, just select all the address, copy, then go to the source GUI folder, find the address, as you can see, address txt file, open it, just Control A, delete whatever is inside, just for sanity check that we are not messing with any previously data entered into the text file. Just then I would go delete it, then paste the address of the source code, and just don't forget to save it. And that's it. That's basically whatever you need to do for installing the game. Wherever the source code file folder is, still you can play the game. Just need to do this transferring the address. So we did make it easy for the user to be able to install it. Then the game version 1, and press that, then start that file, and the game is started. As you can see here, we have the main menu, consists of start, how to play, and about me buttons. I don't want to go into detail. Everybody knows what is about me and what is how to play. Just to see how is it, I just clicked on them. I don't want to click on the quit button, just believe me, it works. I want to go start the game. The first page is that it asks for the name of the user. I would choose Ali Saba. Going to the next page, as you can see, the software is smart. It's tracking up your changes. Your name is appearing up at the top of the page. Then let's see the playground. Galaxy, wow, it's moving. Jungle, beach, whatever you want. You can see it's giving you a robust and fast response and feedback to your clicking on the buttons. Then we go next. Again, as you can see, you have chosen the playground. It's still up here. Your name is up here. Then you can choose your ball. Again, you have pretty much fast responses. The other cool thing about the software is smart. It can take track of your changes. So I can go back and forth without even losing any data on the software. Again, on the next button, you have the page that is asked for the desired difficulty level of the game. I would go for normal this time. Again, if I go back, I have a track of the game. Then again, next button is the finalizing page. We are excited to start a game, the Galaxy, with volleyball. I'm not sure, but it's gonna work. So there's also two other buttons here for starting the game: fast render mode and normal mode. I want to go start with the fast render mode. Fast render mode is that for the time your RAM is full, your low battery, whatever you want to just get rid of sophisticated and more graphical things. So by pressing that fast rendering, the game would keep track of your level of difficulty, but it would omit the two playground and also your chosen ball. So it would go with the simple mode. And normal mode, you have a very fascinating, fun mode. I would give the role to my friend
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ali, for the great explanation that you did. For explaining the game, I'm just gonna start with the fast render mode, and I'm gonna explain the normal mode later, which is kind of cooler, but we can just render it with a slower and more latency. So start with the faster rendering mode, and here, voila, it's the game that we have. And just explaining some library dependencies that for running this kind of game, you need to have the PyOpenGL and the image modules to be able to render the game. So on the game itself, on the right, you see the keyboard guidelines that actually you can zoom in, zoom out. You can rotate it with SW, and you can move the paddle to up and down to kind of have the control over the paddle to be able to hit the ball. On the left, you see the player name, the number of lives, the points, and the time. And actually, the total point that you can get in the game is the function of these 2 points and time, which is that basically the more points in a less time is going to give you the higher total point. So let's start the game. As you can see here, it says that you can start a game with hitting the spacebar. So let's hit it to see how the game is. It's kind of maybe be hard at the first points that you start the game, but after a while you actually get used to it. So the other point is that in the middle of the game, anytime you can press the space bar, and a form gonna come up asking if you wanna return, or it's basically like a pause, um, just a window. So either you wanna return or you wanna quit. So let's return to the game and continue doing the game. And on the left you see your time, which is keep tracking over time. And then doing that, you see that unfortunately I lost all of my lives and I gained over. But on the final page, you see the total score that I got, and for this sake, I can either continue. I can either restart to start a new game or continue. Let's start a new game to see what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna play in the way that I lose all my lives and just going to another mode which is more fascinating for us, I think. And yeah, and the other point I think that I want to mention is about the collision detection algorithms that we have, which I found it one of the hardest stuff in the programming of the game. So we have three kind of collision detection: the collision detection between a ball and wall, ball and brick, and ball and the pad. And because it's some sort of like a 3D, it has like a faces versus a sphere that you wanna have the collision with. It was kind of hard, and we had to use our mathematical knowledge and expressions to be able to do that pretty good. I think the one that we have now is pretty good, but it's pretty simple. And for more fun and sophisticated game, we need more sophisticated. So for now, let's just quit and restart the game again to kind of show you guys another mode that we have in the game. So starting by putting the name, and next, this time let's go to the jungle to see what's going on in there. And then just I'm gonna go with a soccer ball, and and maybe going with the basketball is gonna be more fun. The level of difficulty, let's just stick to the normal. And then so last time we chose the fast render mode, and this time we're gonna go to just a normal one. So Here, we have the more cooler graphics for the game, so you feel that you are in the jungle playing 3D breakout with the basketball. And if I just start the game, you see that it's pretty good, and you can basically play with it. And we have kind of good collision detection algorithms that it feels really realistic that the ball is actually like hitting the bricks that we have there. And yeah, and that's pretty much that's it about the game.